Do you have a small business Google site? And are you looking to make an upgrade? In this second part, let's take your small business Google site and give it an upgrade. Hi, I'm Josh from the University of Laverne's Small Business Development Center, and here at the SBDC, we help small businesses start and grow with free one-on-one consulting and free business guides just like this one. And check out the companion article for links and resources down in the description below. So in part one, I showed you how to use Google Sites to create a small business website. In this part, I'll show you how to upgrade your site with a professional domain and email, set up an appointment calendar, and even a blog. So let's get started. All right, to get started, we're going to go back to our Google Sites and we're going to pull up our most recent website that we've been working on. Remember, this is the video production marketing company that I created for this demo. So we already previewed it. We're going to publish it, but we want to make it a little bit more professional for our business. So we go to this gear icon up here, and down here we want to go to custom domains. I really alluded to this in the last part, but now we want to set up a custom domain, a professional domain for your small business. So let's go to Start Setup. And what we want to do is buy a domain. You can connect a third-party domain from some other place like GoDaddy or something like that. But what we want to do is we want to buy a domain and use Google's interface right here to make it a lot easier. So we'll go buy a domain and we'll go next. So I want to call it Botello Media. And so I can get botellomedia.com, .net, .org for all about $12 a year. But if I wanted to be a little bit fancy with it, I can get botello.media, which will cost me $30 a year. I kind of like that one. You don't necessarily have to use the most expensive one, but I kind of like that one, so I'll buy. And here comes the checkout. This is how you buy your domain. And this is all you'll need. So if you have your domain, you want the protection, and auto renew is on, we can check out right here. But if I wanted to go one step further and get a professional email, here's how we would do that. So for a professional email right here, we can add something which is called a custom email, and we can try it for 14 days free. But if I wanted to buy it and add a custom email, I can do that. So I can put in my first and last name and then my email handle. So my custom domain will actually end up being my name at Botello Media. And so that's really all I'll need. I'll set up the workspace account, and then all I'll need to do is check out. All right, so here we are. We already set up our professional domain and email address, but we want to make this a little bit more professional, and we want to make everything a little bit more automated. So the way that we're going to do that is to create a calendar for customers to book appointments. Now, there's a bunch of calendar appointment setting software that you can get into. There's Acuity and some other things. But today we're going to be talking about Calendly. So for Calendly, you can set up a free account. Again, absolutely free, but there's going to be some caveats when it comes to actually setting this up. So once you log in and set up your account, for the free version, you're only allowed one appointment type. What I did was I created my appointment type, and here it is, a video marketing strategy call, which is going to be what I'm going to be promoting on my website. So let's actually take a look and see what I did. So I set this up as an event. And what it's going to be, I can have it as a video marketing strategy call. That's the name of the appointment type. And then I can also have a description and some instructions. And here I can also edit and set it up as a phone call or a Zoom meeting. I'm partial to Zoom, so I'll probably change that a little bit later. But for now, we'll have it as a Google Meet. And then, so for the event, I can set this up as calendly.com/Botello Media, and under strategy call, so I'll know how to put it where I need to. So for this section, we can set up how we're going to be setting up the appointment. So we have the date range, the duration, what kind of availability we have, and how we're going to get notifications and set it up on our calendar. So we'll save and close. There are some additional questions. So you can get more information before you actually meet with the customer. You can do that here. There's some workflows and automations, updates and text notifications to make sure that people know when they're going to give them reminders when they're going to have their meeting, and then a thank you if you want to set that up, thanking you for meeting them with them. There's also other notifications when those will go out, email reminders, and a cancellation policy. So if they decide to cancel, what the recourse is for that. A confirmation page, what they'll be seeing when they book with you. And that's pretty much it. And if you want to collect payments as well. So all of that stuff is pretty much done. Really, it's not that hard to set up an appointment. But what we want to do is we want to actually look at, and so what we want to do is take a look at the booking page. This is what people are actually going to see when they want to book with us. And so I have it 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And so you can pick any type. And I have 30-minute slots right here. I can put in some buffer time, but I don't need to. And then the time zone. The next question is, how do we take this and actually put it on our website? So what we can do is we can go back. So we have appointments because I changed it from booking the last time. And this is what the actual embedded picture or calendar actually looks like. So let's start from the beginning and show you how I actually embedded it into the page. We'll copy a link here. We'll go to here. And what I want to do is I want to insert a actual code or a link into the website. So we're going to go to embed here. So you can either do embed by URL or an actual HTML code. We don't want to get all fancy with that. So we want to do embed by URL. And so what we want to do is we can do the whole page. So we can click this and insert. And what we'll get is the entire page. And like I said before, you can actually stretch this out to the type that you need. So that looks good. The privacy policy, this stuff looks good. Okay, so let's actually preview that. And this is what it looks like. You have the whole calendar. You can choose everything you need, dates and times, and set that stuff up. And that's really all you'll need to do. Okay, so our last step to making this a nice professional website is to include a blog or a way that your customers can actually learn things about your business. We can put some articles about your industry or tips that you would like to share with your audience. So there are a couple of ways to do this. So the first way we can do this is going to be the blog. Now, let me show you the easy way first. So the easy way is basically I have an embed of the blog exactly how we did with the Calendly. Basically, you create, insert, embed, URL, and basically it posts like this. And so what we can do is we can actually take a look at preview and we can take a look at our blog. And this is what it actually looks like. Pretty simple. I can put in some graphics and things like that. But the problem with this is that it comes from another website. And so it's not the best use of this because you can actually use a completely different software that Google actually provides to you. And so what that is going to be Blogger. And so here is the Blogger backend so that you can actually see. I have one, made up kind of article right here. And so we can take a look at it and view it, the preview, and this is basically what it's going to look like on the web page. Now, the other way to do it, we're going to be doing it completely through the Google Sites interface. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this, And this is kind of the manual version of it. So what we'll do is we'll create a content block, and we'll have, what was the name of my link? So 5 ways to use video on social media. And so if you have a document or something that's not on this page, we can grab a little blurb. This is how we would do it. So what we'll want to do is want to create a new page, and we'll call it 5 ways to use video on social media. We'll go done. And what we'll do is we'll take all of this, copy. And if you were doing this on, say, Google Docs or something, you could do the same thing. So what we'll do, insert text box, we'll put this here, and this is basically your blog post. So it's kind of clunky, and we need to connect some things first. We need to start connecting dots. So what we want to do is we actually don't want to make this under this. So what we want to do is we want to hide page from navigation, and then we'll want to nest it under blog. So when we go to blog, we have this. But then we have to connect it to the actual blog page. So we'll link and 5 ways to use social media. And so what ends up happening is that we'll do that. We'll click here, and here is your blog post. And you would do this rinse and repeat. You would do a whole bunch of different blog posts and connect them just as you did here. But when you go back to it, this is when things get a little clunky. So if I wanted to do multiple blog posts, I would have to, again, start a page, hide from navigation, nest this under, then we'll go to blog, and then we'll create an insert, and then create another content block. And so you can keep doing that. You'll create blurbs here, whatever. But what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a huge long list. What you could do is create what's called an archive. Basically, all your stuff over, say, months or a year or something, and start creating a separate page for older posts. And I can kind of show you how to do that right now. So what we'll do is we'll create another done. And then this is where you would actually start sticking your blog archive. So you could put text box here. We'll go January 2023. And so all the blogs in January 2023, you would stick them here and then create a new list for every month or every year. And so you can go to older posts, and you would just create and nest and do a lot of things to create an archive of all your blogs. So with all that said, you've successfully created a professional website with the ability to schedule appointments and create content to put your best foot forward for little to no money with this guide. Now remember, having a professional domain and email is going to cost you something. Calendly is free, but you can do multiple types and appointments. You'll have to upgrade your account and spend a little bit of money to do that. And you can definitely get away with Zoom for meetings for free instead of using Google Meet like I did in this video. And finally, blogging on Google Sites isn't the easiest thing in the world. But if you're just getting started, it's very inexpensive and pretty intuitive to run, provided you aren't constantly blogging or scheduling out your blogs. In part 3, I'm going to show you a free plugin to create a simple e-commerce function for your business site. But let me know what you think. Do you use Google Sites for your small business? Let me know down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, leave us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to get updates on when part 3 goes live. Are you looking for tips to grow your small business? Check out our playlist on the latest digital marketing techniques to grow your small business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.